Welcome back, folks. Jason Damico here at the Jason Damico Show, and we are here at the Millennium Music Conference, 24th annual, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the downtown Hilton, and I've got my new good friend with me, the Possimiste.
Yeah.
Possimiste is the artist name, but thanks so much for being here. And
thank you for inviting.
You are from Iceland?
So I'm from Estonia originally, but
okay.
I have lived in Iceland for like 7.5 years.
You flew out from Iceland for this event.
Yeah.
And just talk a little bit about kind of what's going on, and if you're enjoying the conference so far. And is this your first time at the MMC?
Yeah, it's the very first time.
Me too.
Is it? Yeah, right?
Yeah, and it's just been a great time, hasn't it? It's just been a lot of talented folks walking around. Tell us a little bit about what you do. I know you're more on the pop circuit. I'm kind of like rock blues, but
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, what I love about it is like, everybody comes together and there's no like discrimination, because sometimes you see like in those festivals that there's like more like pop focused or more like country focused and whatever, that people can split. But here it's like, it feels really family. It's not too big, right? That people would kind of be like, who are you? I never talk to, but it's like has been a really great time. Yeah.
What would be? Let's start with just beginning stages for you briefly for the next like couple of minutes. How did you get into music? What really got your fires burning? When you were in your younger years.
So basically, I started like, I don't remember that time, but when I was 2, then I just told my parents that I want to go and sing. Okay. And so they kind of needed to follow my request. And they put me, like, do this, find some money and like put me to the singing studio. So they did like I told them. And because thank you, Mom and Dad. And so it kept going. And then the studio that I went in, it was like we kind of like studied, but it was always like we started performing like in the really like, I don't know, I performed. I did my first performance when I was like 3.5 years old. So it's kind of like I love the stage. I love the feeling to communicate, because I'm sometimes like, I feel that music is my way of communication. Because I love to connect to people, but I'm not good at connecting people like in real life. So I feel that that's my way to actually like get to say like what the words cannot say.
What did grade school look like for you? Because I think a lot of artists share a similar background in the sense that we kind of feel ostracized, or a little bit like we go at our own pace, we walk our own walk, so to speak. Did you feel that way coming up, as far as when you were into music and learning what you were learning, becoming an artist?
Yeah, the school, like, it wasn't like, actually, so that was the thing, that the school, it wasn't like a school, it was like a community.
Okay.
And so there was like never like the big separation between like the teachers. Well, of course there were like teachers like who were just like, maybe not like teachers even, but like, let's say like mentors, or the person who just like got the group together. It's like mom of a family, right? Yeah. So it is like more of a family, and everybody was like noticed. So there was like no traditional like schooling in these ways. People just like got to develop in their own pace, and it was okay if somebody, like we were so young back then, and it was like for everybody to kind of figure out what they wanted to do. And of course, like people started to drop out, and then those who really wanted, they kept going.
Yeah.
So like, and I kept going. So yeah, and I just didn't like, I kind of knew from that moment that I wanted, that this was like my kind of like purpose in this life. So, but I wanted to also like, I knew it's kind of, I didn't feel comfortable in the traditional setting of like, making music. I don't feel comfortable when like I need to like follow some kind of guidelines. I'm like really like, I need to do what I feel that's right to do, and even if it's like doesn't make any sense, even if it's random. I've done like so many so-called like, I don't know, not mistakes, like, because in the end, like, it's
because they all align.
It's all works out in the end.
It's
and
weird
like,
how that works.
Exactly. So it's like I've done a lot of mistakes, so called, but like I've never got it wrong. Did it wrong. So yeah. So it's just yeah. It has been like my way to like learn about life and people and just experiment, because like I think the whole music thing is like music is creative itself, right? To create and to write and to kind of like speak your soul, but the lifestyle is also creative. It's just you're just doing something like that's so abstract. This way of living is so abstract. So basically, every day is your own creation, and that's.
Well, let me ask you these two questions as we wrap up real quick. We've got, you're always putting out new music.
Yeah.
It's 2020. What's coming up now in the next couple of months for you that you're excited about?
For me, so basically, in the end of this year, it's coming my album. Universe,
oh, cool.
It's like universe, like
cool.
universe. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I've been working on that for a long time, because I'm also like doing it on my own on 80%.
Wow.
Like, so like from the start.
That's great.
And so it has been a lot of work and a lot of like growth. So like when I started to create it, I was a totally different person.
Yeah.
So it's like a diary. It's really a diary.
Cool. I always ask everybody this at the end. If you could go back in time to your 15-year-old self, knowing what you know now, what would you tell her with your experiences?
Wow.
Yeah.
Just give less fuck. Like, just don't be so serious.
I love it.
Like, don't be so serious. Just like,
that is great.
Take every opportunity that you can get. Don't analyze everything, what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah.
Because, like, just 15 is the age that are so much allowed to fuck everything up.
Yeah.
So it's getting harder and harder to fuck everything up as you go on. So it's like when you're 15, then it's just fuck things up, people.
I love that.
Yeah.
Fuck it up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Description box. Just tell everybody real quick where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Possimiste, also at possimiste.com. You can find me on Facebook, Spotify, at Possimiste, Possimiste.
Cool. Jason Damico Show, The Possimiste.
Yeah.
I love it. And we're out. Thanks, guys. See you on the next segment.